special announcement. I had sent out an e-news. For those that get my e-news, you would have received it. If you don't, you could sign up at the Welcome Center, and every week you'll get an email from me. But on March the 23rd, we had an annual business meeting, and those that are members of our local church and those that aren't yet who were in attendance, it was a fantastic night. Do you remember that night? It was awesome, and so myself and our board of deacons made a presentation about a property on Tompkin Road, Tompkin and Eglinton area, of a 3.5-acre piece of vacant land that had come across our path. We had done all sorts of research and exploring and got information, and we presented this as an opportunity for us to take a next step in reaching more and more people. And the reality is, friend, like last weekend, we had about 470 people who came to worship with us on Sunday. And our overflow, which we just opened in the month of April, had 20 people already in it because there wasn't 20 seats in here for them to sit. So the reality is we have a need here. And buildings are tools to reach more people. That's all they are. But they're powerful tools, aren't they? And so we made a presentation to the membership of this church about this property on Tompkin Road, and we felt God was leading us to this opportunity. And the membership of this congregation you folks are amazing. 98.9% approval vote to move forward on making a deal on this property. And that is just a beautiful piece to our church. The spirit of unity is something real special in this church. And can you pray with me to make sure that never changes? Because as we move forward together, the evil one will want to just kill that. And we don't want him to kill that. We want that unity only to grow more and more. And so God, protect that. And so I say all that to say the transaction was a little bit of a complicated one. And so we needed to wait about a month to really know for sure if we got the property or not. And this past week was one of those turning points in, I believe, the history of our church. 4587 Tompkin Road is and will be, God willing, the future home of Heartland, a Church Connected. Yes. And so we want to give the Lord all the praise because he has done a miracle for us, friend. To get 3.5 acres in Mississauga is not an easy task, and to get it at an amazing price, approximately $1 million less than what it's worth, is just remarkable. Only God, right? Only God can do that sort of thing. And so you may sit here and say, okay, so now what? What's next? Well, as a leadership team, we're hitting the ground running as we usually do, and we're beginning to prepare for our next step, our strategic step. So in the fall, we most likely, God willing, will launch a capital campaign where we need to start raising funds to take the next step. We'll probably have to raise approximately $1.5 million. But if God has brought us this far, won't he bring us all the way? And so I know that's a big number, but we serve a big God. And this church is filled with incredibly generous people. Every time we've gone to you for a project to reach the community, you've always blown the goal right out the door. So why shouldn't that change? Why should that change? It probably shouldn't. Yes, the numbers are a whole lot bigger. But I believe this church is ready to take on this challenge for the glory of God, because we got to reach more people. And so I wanted to share that with you, celebrate it, and praise God. This church has a piece of property, and we can taste and see that one day he will allow us to build an amazing facility that will meet our needs and the needs of generations to come. Let's do this together, okay? Give the Lord praise. Yeah, this is awesome.